Chapter 12, Into the Core.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, this is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I come before you with truly joyous news. News that I have been longing to be able to share with you since we first set foot on this unknown world. Thanks to the tireless efforts of the brave men and women of Blade, we have finally succeeded in securing the location of the Lifehold Core. Now make no mistake, recovery of the core will not be easy, especially as the Ganglion continue their persecution of our people. But as long as we forge ahead with the same determination and fortitude that got us this far, I have every confidence we will succeed in our mission. We will return to our natural bodies and take our place as living, breathing residents of our new home here on Mira. Until then, I ask you all to stand together in strength and courage as proud citizens of NLA.
All right, Blades. You heard what the man said. It's now or never. So let's get right to it. Your mission is to secure the Lifehold Core and activate its backup power system. We'll have the exact location isolated in the next 2 hours. You'll leave as soon as we have coordinates. We're counting on all of you. Each and every single Blade will participate in this mission. Godspeed.
All right, everybody, dig in! And don't hold back. I made enough for everyone.
Tatsu helped with cooking, too! Wow, you really went all out.
It smells amazing. Don't go hogging it all, Gwyn.
Yeah, whatever. You're one to talk.
How kind of you to desert us like this, Lynn.
What in the hell is this? We're going to war here, people!
And you know what they say. Can't go to war on an empty stomach.
Can't go to war if you're dead, either. Which is us if the Lifehold's power runs out. For all we know, the Ganglion are already at the core, getting ready to tear it apart. You still hungry? If we lose this one battle, we lose everything.
We already understand that, Doug. But you heard what Nagi said. We have to wait while they pinpoint the core's location.
Like this? You just don't get it, do you?
No, Doug. You don't get it.
What?
You think you're the only one here who's worried? We all are. We're scared to death. That's why we're here. Together.
Look, Irina...
Lynn is just trying to keep up morale the best way she knows how.
Yeah! Pick on Linley and you answer to Tatsu!
All right. Look, Lynn. I'm sorry. I'm on edge. Worried, freaked out, all of it. Forgive me, okay?
No. But bring me 10 hot cocos, and we'll talk.
From that place you love, right? Okay. You got it.
Enjoy this time with friends.
All right, everyone. Lynn went to all this trouble, so let's dig in before it gets cold.
Tatsu liked this plan. Tatsu is starving!
Well, you don't have to ask me twice.
Help yourself, Doug.
Roger that.
couldn't eat another bite. Tatsu cannot move.
Amazing as always, Lynn. Thank you.
Now I get why Arena and the Commander are always making excuses to swing by. That was delicious, Lynn.
Oh, you guys. Don't make me blush. I'm just glad you enjoyed it.
Well, I should be getting back. Thanks for the eats.
Shall we, Lieutenant?
Yeah, we'd better go too. This was really great, Lynn. Thanks.
Yeah, this was fun, Lynn.
Indeed. It was a most enjoyable food ritual.
All right. Good luck out there, guys.
Elma, the analysis is just about finished. Gather your team and get over here.
On our way.
Chapter 12 with its reward, apart from the experience and money, being a ranged attack probe. Ah, yes, that's super vital, isn't it? Wonder how much they actually expected people to use the battle probes in this game. I don't think I ever have. Like, maybe I would have during a previous playthrough just to try it out. I'm still on this layout. But I can't off the top of my head remember ever actually using the battle probes. I never really saw a massive ton of reason for doing so. Blade Tower entrance. Hendos. Ready to head on out here. Start getting into new stuff after this is all through.
That's the Lifehold core?
The coordinates place it off the west coast of Caldros. It's no wonder we couldn't find it. It's way out in the middle of the ocean.
Did it sink underwater?
We'll find out soon enough. Let's suit up and get going. Secretary?
Our survival as a species hinges on your efforts. Elma, we need your help. Please save us.
We're all in this together, Secretary. My goal hasn't changed since I first set foot on the White Whale. You of all people should know that. I intend to see this through. That should go without saying.
I know. It's just, we've put so much on your shoulders.
You can make it up to me with a nice long vacation once this is all over. This planet fascinates me to no end. I'd love to take some time to explore it with no agenda.
Oh, can Tatsu be Elma's guide? Of course, Tatsu do it free of charge. It's all over the house.
Let me guess. Elle taught you that one?
We sent the coordinates to every Blade team we got. Elma, I want you to act as commander for everyone out there in the field.
I'd be honored, Mr. Chief Engineer.
I forgot how much I miss being called that. Commander makes me feel like some useless old stuffed shirt.
Yeah, and shirts aren't your style. All right, team, let's go.
Roger.
Tatsu has lunches all packed.
I mean, realistically, why would Tatsu come along, though? Because he just has to come along on all the things. So I think now I just need to, like, actually fly out there. It's all the way out here. For whatever reason, my memory told me that it was around, like, here-ish, but... yeah, I mean, I may as well just go, like, I don't know, straight west from here. Is what I can do. And then I'll reach it, and then a big cutscene will play out. But yeah, you need Skell Flight before this point, or else you can't get into the Lifehold otherwise. But otherwise, every other story mission you can in the game you can do without needing Skell Flight. But this one you need it for. And I remember really, really relying on Skells for it. The first time that I played through this. But my playthrough several years ago, and this one here, I shouldn't, Mining Probe G3 and a Mining Probe G4. Probably upgrade some probes somewhere. You can literally see it from here, wow. It's not too far after all. I don't think I've taken this route before. What the hell was I saying? The first time I ever played this game, I really, really relied on Skells during the final boss, and I could not beat the final boss until after I went around farming for a level 50 skill, got that, and then I beat the final boss with the level 50 skill that really turned the tables. Before that point, I just could not seem to beat it for the life of me. But nowadays, you know, super easy peasy. I know a lot better how to abuse the game's systems nowadays. So there's a lot more stuffs I can do now. Imagine if I could actually target and fight that. Apparently in the original game there was a glitch with the art sky high that made it so it would actually like keep you in the air for a little while if you use an art immediately after, so you could let your skull break and then basically fight massive things like that in midair with arts really quickly with your ground build.
Elma, there it is.
Damn, they got to it already.
No, not yet. Look where it meets the water.
Is that a force field?
The Lifehold was designed to sustain human life at all costs. The defensive shields that surround the core won't go down so easily.
So in other words,
We've nothing to worry about?
I didn't say that. Remember, they don't need to break into the core. They just have to keep us out until time runs out. Which is soon.
Speaking of time, it's time to kick some ganglion butt.
Yes. Friends kick ganglion in butts.
That's the spirit. I need you all at your best. Everyone's counting on us to see this through. And we won't get a second chance. All units, this is your commander, Elma. My team will take point. We'll breach the core, and then once inside, attempt to activate the backup power. Doug, Irina, Gwyn, and Elle, you're with us. All other teams, focus on clearing our approach, then defend our position once we're in. That is your priority, not destroying all enemy craft. Are we clear?
Team Crossita, roger.
Trishula, roger. Ningirsu, roger.
Balma, roger.
Team Surtur, roger. We'll take out any hostiles along your approach.
Breach team, let's go.
Roger.
Alright, well, and everyone that's part of the breach team are those that the game, like, gives to you just by playing the game. As opposed to anyone that you could get optionally, which does make sense. That everyone that you would canonically have access to. Canonically, gameplay-wise, whatever the heck.
Ready to move on your command.
I'm taking this thing. Solar Wind Converter. I don't actually have to fight any of them. I'm pretty sure I just reach here and then cutscene happens. So, I'm just going to, yep, ignore you. I reach here, cutscene happens, we're good.
Finally. The Lifehold core.
Let's hurry, before they can follow us inside. All right, here we go.
Our real bodies. We can finally be whole again.
Attention, this is Lifehold Core Control. System energy levels have dropped below 0.2. Shielding will be disabled in T-minus 1,000 seconds. Repeat. This is Lifehold Core Control.
What? 15 minutes and we lose the shields?
If the core runs out of power, the shields will be the least of our problems.
Well, yes and no. We need to keep the core powered, but we do also need those shields.
It's two birds with one stone's throw away. The shields will cause the ganglion to use up their materiel and retreat.
Exactly. Everything comes down to getting the backup power source online.
Right then. Let's do it.
Alright, let's see here. Check. Is it just immediate? Another cutscene? Why does it briefly give me gameplay just to hit the A button once? Just go into the next cutscene immediately. Just to give me a chance to like set up my arts and skills or something.
Once we're inside, there's no turning back. Everyone ready?
Yep. Point of no return.
You're sure now?
Yeah? Time to beat the game, except not quite beat the game because there's more content after this in this version. But under normal circumstances, beat the game.
Why have we not received confirmation that the target is destroyed? What is the delay?
Grandmaster, sir, the target appears to have some manner of customized Trion barrier.
A Trion barrier? Are you daft? These are humans we're talking about. No one outside of the clue system has access to Trion technology. And those scales of theirs. How did a primitive race like theirs manage to piece those together?
As you say, Grandmaster. But if they are truly the Founder's descendants...
Don't speak to me of myths. Ha! A tale to frighten children. They are the disease, not the cure. They are not the failsafe.
Down!
Heavy damage sustained in turret cluster 3.
The enemy forces are rallying. Sir, we can no longer effectively strike the target.
Where are the interceptors?
An enemy detachment has cut them off. They can't reach us.
But these are savages, not... No, I refuse to believe it. Prepare the Vita. I shall crush them myself.
Grandmaster. With all due respect, sir, the Vita belongs to the Great One. Your body could not withstand it.
The Great One's blood runs in these veins. I will use it, because I must use it. Prophecy or no prophecy, you will not be the end of our people. I swear it. Ah, yes, your barrier. You think it can stop the Vita? Stop the Great One?
God, I love how the music just suddenly cuts. It doesn't fade out or anything. Region discovered. Life hold core. The skulls will teleport in a second, no doubt, right? I don't necessarily need them. I mean, unless I want to damage sponge the final boss, final phase, just to hear, like, the new remastered music for a little bit before actually fighting him. Maybe.
Is this it? Will my unending thirst for knowledge be satiated at long last?
Yeah, so then, where is it all? All I see is a whole lot of nothing.
It's so quiet. I feel like we're back in the cathedral.
Okay, Elma. What's the deal here? Where are all the stasis capsules? Where the hell are all our bodies?
Don't tell me. This isn't the core?
Whoa, what? Seriously?
This has to be it. You all saw what the core looked like in the mission briefing. This is definitely it.
Lynn's right. This is the place.
Then where are all the people we brought with us from Earth?
You're all controlling these MIMs from your real bodies, asleep in stasis. That's the explanation you were given by NLA, or should I say ECP officials. That was the official story. But it's not the whole truth.
Colonel, what do you mean?
Wretched humans. You'd be dead already if it wasn't for that blasted barrier.
What the? It's that mech they stole from the hangar.
Ganglion?
He's an ugly mother. Ugh.
You must be the Ganglion leader. The one Lao spoke of. Luxar, was it?
That's him?
Do not presume to address me. You defile my name by even speaking it. Only the Great One may call me that.
Great One?
I am here to purge the universe of your disease, once and for all.
What are you so afraid of? Destroying the Earth wasn't enough. You had to chase down the survivors and destroy them too. What's their threat? You'd even risk flying that crippled mech. That's right, isn't it? It's not complete. It's still missing something vital.
Interesting. Then you're not entirely ignorant, are you? Perhaps your human birthright allows you to sense it, even in that puppet shell.
Birthright?
You're no ordinary puppet. You must be the one responsible for the Trion barrier, the scales, this whole blasted mess!
Huh?
Then perhaps I am mistaken after all. Perhaps humanity is the failsafe of legend. But you will not find the Ganglion content to submit and resign ourselves to that fate. No. Instead, I will purify this world and prepare it for the advent of the Great One. Now, humans, you die!
So we face off against the Vita for presumably not the first and last time. Well, presumably the first time, but not the first and last time. Because I saw in trailers for Definitive Edition that in other sections the Vita seems to come up. So, I mean... And yeah, the music doesn't get super cool yet, so I may as well just delete them. That's what I may as well do, right? I mean, hey, come on, do the thing here for TP, and then do this, and then you just kind of... Wow, you got to like half health, and then the rest just poofed. Or maybe it's when his health gets to a certain point, it goes into phase 2. That might actually be what it is. Where he becomes a little bit less bulky.
I confess, you were right about one. I was indeed fearful of humanity, of your threat. At the dawn of the cosmos, the Samarians arrived from another plane. We Gandalf are forbidden from turning against them. If we ever tried, we would be destroyed. I thought that it was just a myth. And yet here you are, the descendants of Samar. You miserable human! How could you be innocent? Such a primitive people. Barbarians. And yet the stories would have us bow down before you? Never!
I love how Tatsu ran back up, presumably, just so that he could, like, run away again. Because he was here with the group just because, like, at the beginning of, like, an actual battle start, he has to run away and stuff. So, I guess he ran away, ran back up. What's that? Oh, yeah, don't I have to, like, kill those so I can't kill you quite as fast because there's, like, other things I have to kill? I mean, let's find out. Let's see if I can shred you just as fast. I think I need to take out the shield things if memory serves. But yeah, this is going to go by a lot faster than, than my playthrough a few years back. Mostly for the sake of TP. Can I do things? I don't have to take out the shield things at all. He's just, yep. Welcome to the final boss of Xenoblade Chronicles X when you have a build like this. This game is so dumb. I love it.
Then the old tales have come to pass. Even the Vita, even the Great One's own vessel, bested by these primates. It's absolutely sickening.
The bigger they come, the harder they fail.
We came here to ensure the survival of the human race. The will to live is stronger than the will to destroy, Luxar. That is why you lost here today.
If only I could see him, the Great One, one last. Is it over?
Sure looks that way.
Lieutenant, we did it!
First dance of victory, then Lenly's victory feast.
Sure, Tatsu. I'm game.
Let us dance up a storm in any port.
So about that explanation.
Hey, come on, lighten up. We just finally beat the Ganglion. Tatsu even wants to be part of the victory feast. Isn't that right, Tatsu?
Wait, when Lenly say part of the feast...
Yeah. I mean, we'll all eat you, in celebration.
No! Tatsu want nothing to do with Lenly's feast. Nothing at all.
Oh, okay. We'll just eat without you then.
But wait, no! Lenly know what Tatsu means.
I'm sure you two will work it out somehow. Anyway, Getting back to the conversation from earlier. So, that big machine hanging above us?
I've never seen one anywhere near that size, but it looks like a 7th generation quantum mainframe.
That's exactly right. It's by far the most technologically advanced computer humanity has ever created, in terms of both speed and capacity. It's also the foundation for the Earth-Life Colonization Project. It's where all your consciousnesses have been recorded.
What?
Elma. You mean...
Yes, that's what I mean. And not just everyone in New LA. The essence of all 20 million humans we brought with us from Earth are there. Including all their memories, their genetic makeup, anything and everything. It's all been digitized and stored away in the core. Right up there.
Then... what about our bodies?
You mean the originals all this data was sampled from? They were destroyed, along with the Earth.
Then... wait. You mean we're already dead?
You could see it that way. Or you could see it differently. The bodies you were born with, and all the chemicals and organs that created and stored your thoughts, are gone. But yourself has lived on as data, from the moment the project scanned your minds. It's all been stored here as part of the long-term plan, until it could be moved back into a real body.
What real bodies?
I'll show you. Those capsules represent a sample of all the genetic material that could be found on Earth. Exodus was always about more than just fleeing the planet. Ships like the White Whale were designed as arks, to carry the building blocks of all life on Earth to the next world.
Ark? You mean as in, like, Noah's Ark?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. A last-ditch effort to save all living things, that they might someday flourish again. This entire chamber is filled with protoplasmic fluid. You see how it works. It can regenerate life from the genetic data stored above.
Including humans? All of us?
Once your bodies are cultivated, your present memory can be transferred back in. Everything you've felt or done in your MIM will be carried over seamlessly, without any loss in continuity.
You mean we'll have our bodies back? It sounds too good to be true.
It is too good to be true. Our bodies were real. We were born in them. And now you just snap your fingers and bam, we get new ones? Is that even right? Doesn't feel like it. Are we even humans anymore? Transferring our memories? Playing musical chairs with our bodies? Where do you draw the line? How do I know I'll be the same person I was wherever I end up?
To some extent, you won't be. But then, you never were. On a cellular level, we all wake up as slightly different people every day. It's only because of the continuity of consciousness that we even perceive ourselves as ourselves. It's all a fragile illusion. And until anyone proves we all have a soul, one better left to the philosophers. You're right to have doubts, Doug. This was the single biggest debate among the ECP board, and rightly so.
So then...
We did talk about putting actual bodies in stasis. We seriously considered it. In fact, some of the other projects took that path, but they would have been lucky if their ships were able to hold 50,000. The Exodus arcs were different. Enough data and materials to revive 20 million people, perfectly preserved on each and every ship. The board weighed all the pros and cons, the ethical issues and dangers of violating the natural order of things. But this is what they landed on, and I agreed.
So, when Lao said our flesh burned away with the earth, he wasn't just being dramatic.
No, he must have discovered the truth, which only made his pain worse. But the same people who passed over his family were keeping this all secret.
It's no wonder he snapped. Poor bastard.
But even so, he never said anything. You know why, right? Because of you, Lynn. He didn't want to see you lose hope. In the end, he led us here, right? In the end, maybe he accepted it. I'd like to think he did.
Maybe so.
The ultimate hope with Project Exodus was that Mimiosomes could escort this system to a safe new home, lay down the foundations of a new society, and basically reboot humanity, continue where it left off. Despite everything we've been through, with the ganglion and everything else, that dream is almost a reality. I know how you feel, Doug, and you can call it whatever you like, but I need to see this through. I'll have to live with my decision, but I get to live with my decision. What about you?
Sorry, Elma. This is just a lot to take in. To be honest, I still have big concerns. But I can see you're following the path you believed in, and the choices you were given. So what the hell? I made it this far in a tin can. Why not?
Yeah. Me too.
Tatsu 3!
Tatsu, this has nothing to do with you.
What? No? Sorry, Tatsu a little lost, but if it means friends get to make more hum-hum, Tatsu gladly approve.
Hum-hum? The hell is that?
Tatsu have no idea.
Luxar!
He's still alive?
Human scum. Failsafe or not, you will never see your people reborn. You will die in those puppet bodies of yours!
Attention, this is Lifehold Core Control. The system has detected a threat to core integrity. Now initiating internal defensive measures.
That slug-faced bastard! He's targeting the main control system!
Give it up, Luxar!
Silence, worm! You fools! You are the ones who don't belong here! Humanity is the cancer, not us!
Everyone, do whatever it takes! We have to stop him, and quickly!
Roger that.
Wait a second. Look!
Initiating internal defensive measures.
Are you kidding me?
The same system that regenerates life from Earth can also create biological weapons to defend itself. But those are... my god!
Those things? Those monsters are a defensive measure?
The system's malfunctioning. We have to stop it!
Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hideous humans betrayed by their own hideous creation.
Who the hell hell are you calling hideous?
Wow!
You came!
Damn you!
This was not going anywhere. You deal with the core defenses.
Got it.
So, a couple things. First and foremost, I've never understood what Lao actually stabbed Lux are. Where are they? Oh, over there. Can you actually check in on? Stop. Give me a second. It looks like some swordfish on meth or something like that is what it kind of looks like. Are they just here? Yeah, they're just here. Oh, my allies are dying over there. I don't think I've ever actually, like, checked in on this before. So they're just, like, chilling over here. Like that. Like, what is this weapon? What is this thing? Serrated lance? Oh, I guess so. Where'd he get it from, I wonder? Also, this right here, so final boss phase 3, is very much a strength check. Skill check / strength check, you could argue. The easiest thing to do with it is honestly just to use like Skell AoE. If you don't have access to that, you are gonna get wrecked. Even if you have like a really strong build with like Ghostwalker and stuff, there's gonna be so many hits going on around that you can be kind of screwed. But one quick Phoenix can just kind of deal with them, so it's no big deal. So.
Initiating internal defensive measures. Final phase.
You traitorous scum. What happened to our bargain? Do you humans have no principles at all?
Principles? You deal with a traitor, you really shouldn't be surprised when you get stabbed in the back!
You primitive little ingrate. Have you forgotten what they did to you? What they did to your family?
Oh, I remember all right. My family'd still be here if you hadn't brought your damned war to our doorstep. Because of you, there's only 20 million of us left. That leaves 9.98 billion reasons for me to want you dead. You who took my wife and daughter away from me, Luxor!
Damn it! Get him out of there!
This is human DNA. It was true. It was all true.
Hang on!
Wow, no!
I thought Exodus was a lie. One we all accepted because the truth was too painful. That humanity was meant to die off along with our home. Along with Earth. But something happened here on Mira. I realized I was wrong. These Mimiosomes, they aren't just ghosts or shadows. They're people. Seeds of new life that are struggling to take root. I finally see that now. What's happening? It's like all the life on Earth is flowing inside me.
Shoot.
Elma! Please!
She's right. It's not me anymore. This body is beyond my control. Please, Lynn, put an end to this. Don't let me be the one who finally ruins everything. Everything humanity has achieved to get us this far.
Last warning, Lynn. You need to move.
Okay. But then I'm fighting too. Not just for our sake, but for his! And you? Are you with me? Thank you.
Final boss phase 4, aka the true final boss, level 50. The moment I start actually trying, he's gonna get wrecked, and I do kinda wanna hear the new theme. I wonder, one of the attacks that he has in the original game, and presumably this one as well, will just like drain all of your skill fuel, because you're expected to face the final phase on the ground. Like, that was always one of the struggles with the original game, is like, that the final boss is genuinely pretty darn hard on a casual playthrough. So it's like, do your skills survive until phase 3? Phase 3 is when you really need skills so that you can just like AoE all the weird creature thingamabobs. But for phase 4, it doesn't really matter if you have skills left or not because he just drains your fuel. But I guess if he doesn't stay close enough to you, he just doesn't do the fuel draining attack. The moment I start actually trying, he's gonna get wrecked immediately. But I kind of want to listen to the new theme here, because Definitive Edition here brought the remastered Skill Flight theme. They did a new version of that, Flesh Missile, and a new final boss theme here, because I've listened to it on YouTube, so I know that they did some more stuff with the key we've lost. You're only really going to be able to hear it when, like, the lyrics come in. Heck. Oh, okay. I guess he just keeps on dashing around otherwise. But yeah. This is very, very different compared to the other Xenoblade games. And are you referring to my guy here? Or the final boss or something there? We're in these mechs. Yeah, he's just, he's not draining Skell fuel. I can give him a chance to see if he does. Just in Demise, because that was the thing that he did before. I am curious. Godflame. It's usually like one of the first things he does. Maybe he needs to eat like so many attacks from your skulls first, and then he's like, now I'm gonna drain your skull fuel. Look, he does a decent bit of damage to skulls here. Alright, here comes lyrics and stuff. Yeah, I just want to listen to music for a hot second. Acid Breath. He's not draining skull fuel. Maybe he waits until you attack him so many times. Or they just remove that in Definitive Edition. I assume that it's a attack-based thing. Bit of a slapper though. But yeah. So the part where the theme goes hard is pretty cool. Wait, Luxor died just from human DNA? Bruh, can we just splash him with bodily fluid and it'll just croak easily? I guess so if we have actual human bodies. I guess that's why he feared us so much and didn't want us to like stop being robots. Imagine if you could just like dunk yourself in the water there. Look, Gajar just like ran right over this. Imagine, that'd be so funny. But yeah, the music's real good here. My other skulls might go down. Alright, it's probably gonna start repeating in a sec here, so I can probably feel free to wreck them. Oh yeah, there goes those two skulls. Kaboom. That's fine. So, in the original game playthrough, well, in the semi-version playthrough, I guess you could argue, that I did a few years ago. Once I actually started trying against him, there's my skill. I beat him in 38 seconds. I went back and checked it again recently. 38 seconds is what it was. I bet you I can do under 10 this time. I actually misclicked. Dang it. History repeats itself with me messing up, so I'm not doing this optimally. But that's fine. He might just die. Well, that's probably under 10. I don't know. I think I kind of messed up there. I want to do my inputs a little bit faster, but oh well. Whatever. I did a purple art when I meant to do primer.
His memories. They are part of me now. When he dissolved, he became one with the protoplasm. Listen to me. I see now the reason why they fear the Samarians. A long time ago, the Samarians created new life forms to serve them. They created the ganglion. The original ganglion was synthesized, but artificial. Which is why they fear humans. The descendants of their
Can't even see my character's face. I can see how the bits on the sword rotate, like the Mega Yato. That's pretty cool. Wait, it's technically a 5-phase thing. I forgot about that. Just because you have to face him again. Dang it! No, darn you! Darn you, darn you, darn you. Alright, well, I forgot about that, honestly. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. It's fine. Maybe I won't mess it up this time. And then we do this. Yeah, he's dead. Arrived to see a Resident Evil monster. Yep. Well, that Xenoblade Chronicles X beaten. That was the final boss in under 10 seconds, I think. I don't know how many seconds that was, but it definitely beat my record of 38 the last time I did this. At least that's the end of the main game.
Maxar and these other synthesized life forms were implanted with a failsafe. Insurance, in case the Samarians ever lost control of them. The key to their failsafe lives on in the human body. The Samarians' descendants, our very DNA is capable of stopping the ganglion once and for all. That's why they fear us.
I don't remember seeing that in the original game, that shot. Obviously this talk I remember, but maybe that was a new camera shot? Showing a schematic in a purple crystal? Unless I'm dumb and I just don't remember things, which is possible. That happened with one of the previous cutscenes.
Has a future. Soon, any threat from the ganglion will be gone. Once we have our bodies, once we are whole.
How's it look?
Is it still running?
It's fine. Looks like it held together.
Thank God. We saved it. All of us.
But we couldn't save Lao.
On the contrary. By stopping him and preventing him from destroying the system, we saved Lao too.
That's right. His DNA and his memories. All of it is still stored in here.
Exactly. And with this, now we finally have the means to bring him back.
But wait. Would he even want to come back?
All the things he did. He'll be able to remember them all, right?
All the more reason. You can't make up for your mistakes when you're dead. Hell, he'd better come back. He's got work to do. Wrongs he needs to right.
She's right.
Okay then. Come on, let's hurry up and restore the system.
Colonel?
Everyone wait. There's one more thing I need to talk to you about.
Oh man, what now?
The truth is, Exactly 1 MIM in New LA actually is being controlled remotely from a real body held in stasis here.
Wait, someone isn't stored in the database with the rest of us?
That's right. This was a special case.
The hell does that mean?
Better just to show you.
Colonel!
Elma is dead?
No. I think this is...
I haven't died. My consciousness has just returned to my real body.
Elma? Is that really you?
Yes. This is my true form. I was kept here in stasis, the only xenoform on board.
Wait a second. All this time you were an alien?
No way.
And all the more lovely for it.
I hope you all understand. And at the end of the day, I just hope you'll still consider me as one of you.
Of course we will. You've earned that, Elma. It's not about how you look. It's the person you are on the inside. That's what counts.
Yes, yes!
Lynn's right. Colonel, listen. We know whatever you did, you felt it was for the greater good.
Yeah. Nothing's changed.
That's right.
Everyone, thank you. Your trust means everything to me, and I have so much more to tell you now that this time has finally arrived. But first, there's something I must do. And it's something that only I can do. There. The backup power should be all set.
Biometric authorization accepted. Initializing backup power system.
Hey, so did that really just work? There's no way it might still run out of juice?
No, it's working.
Elma, it's Secretary Nagi.
Put him through.
It's official, everyone. Power has been restored. Congratulations. Vandam is reporting that the ganglion forces outside the Lifehold have been routed. The Prospectors should have the main power system back online in a matter of days.
Roger that.
It's over. Excellent work, all of you.
Well, we all gotta die sometime, but it won't be today.
That's right. Once the main power's back online, we don't need to worry about running out again.
And we won't even need that anymore once we're back in our bodies.
Yup, you got that right.
First things first, we'll need to get the control system repaired. Then we'll hit up the database down below. We need to check on your memories.
Just a second. Wasn't she saying she was gonna tell us the rest of what she knows?
Hey, that's right. I got so excited I almost forgot.
Relax, there's no need for us to hurry, right? We're finally home free. We've got all the time in the world now.
Well, it's a pretty long story. Tell you what, why don't we go back to New LA, and we can talk over a nice big celebratory feast.
Good idea! Lily can cook it all. Tatsu will oversee.
Yeah, you can watch over everything. from inside the stew pot. Okay?
All right then. It's settled.
Well then.
Subtitles didn't
without
match up.
further ado-
He said then.
Back to New LA. We're ready now. Ready to go home.
That can't be comfortable. I never noticed that before with her hair. The way that is. Also, while this cutscene was playing out, I did look up the cutscenes of the original game. It is another instance of false memories. That wasn't the original, the whole paper and the weird crystal thing. And I just never paid enough attention before, I guess. And I have no idea what exactly it is. So I presume now it's credits, that we're about to get credits rolling. Because that's the end of the main game. It's not the end of our story because, like, Definitive Edition do epilogue and stuff. So presumably there's a new final boss that I have no idea what it is. But hey, that's the main game beaten in record time. With my original playthrough, the finale part, the part where I beat the game was like part 120. This one's gonna be like 80 something.
She'd come with a mission.
I think I did a lot more side quests in my playthrough several years ago.
Ganglion belonged to, and another alien civilization. And Elma knew that eventually, that war would come to Earth. She came to our planet, alone, to save us. She convinced those in power, like Secretary Nagi, that the threat was real, and helped put into motion a grand plan to preserve all of mankind. Her alien tech brought us skells so we could defend ourselves. It gave us light-speed travel to ensure our escape. And it led to mimeosomes to facilitate our survival.
Oh look, the one character I didn't recruit.
None of this would have been possible for centuries without the help we received from Elma. Everyone says the Earth died that day. But not me. I don't believe it. The white whale couldn't have been the only Ark to escape either. There must be other survivors out there. Somewhere. The path ahead may not be clear, and it certainly won't be easy. But for now, the important thing is we're here, on Mira, and we're alive. And we'll live on, for now, with faith in our hearts that one day, we can once again set out to search for the planet we left behind.
Once again set out to search for the planet we left behind. It got blown up and stuff. Now it's credits. Yeah, this is Xenoblade Chronicles X, Scholar of the First Sin. So, I'm still gonna put finale on this thumbnail because it is, like, the finale of the original game and story and stuff like that. But there is gonna be a little bit more this time because good old post-credits scene of it's this planet, it's something about this planet, and so many questions just not being answered at all. Based on the work of Xenoblade Chronicles X development staff and stuff. But yeah. Well, I mean, until you see what the actual, okay, not counting post-credits. Yeah, not counting post-credits, it's not that bad of a cliffhanger ending. It's not the kind of thing that makes you go like, oh my god, what the heck is going on? I need to see what happens here immediately. Unlike the post-credits scene, which does make you go like that, because nothing makes sense as is, and so many questions aren't answered. Like the fact that everyone that is on this planet cannot leave the planet. There's always something stopping them. You can't leave the planet, you can't travel through time like Professor B tried to. You try to make machines that dig into the true nature of the planet and what it is, and the planet's gonna destroy those too some way. It doesn't like people looking into it. Everybody that found themselves on this planet found like a great flash of light, and then they found themselves on the planet. What else is unanswered here? There's what the hell the Vita even is, that big black skull there. Who is the Great One? That's never answered. Luxar is just worshipping like the Great One, whoever that is. Is that the original pilot of the Vita? Maybe we'll find out in the epilogue. Who truly are the Samarians, where it's like they arrived from another dimension in the way back when, or something, whatever it was there. I think that was probably the cutscene where I got up to use the washroom because I knew it was going to last a while and I had to do that. So I wasn't recapped on it this time, but the Samarians arrive from another dimension. Is that from like Klaus's experiment in the other Xenoblade games? I guess presumably not, because like the radio sequence during Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed, I almost said Future Connected, so similar names, mentioned Project Exodus like before Klaus's experiment there. So that was going on at the same time, and it's like, what the hell, even when these things don't really make sense together? I don't know. There's so much just weird stuff. And then of course there's the post-credit scene where it just shows that there's no way that everybody should be alive, where it's like, what? This part of the Lifehold that had all our, like, spoilers, I guess, for 2 minutes from now, this part of the Lifehold that was supposed to have all our consciousnesses is destroyed. So how are we alive? It's this planet. It's something about this planet. And there have been all sorts of theories over the years for what the hell Mira is. Like, is it all an illusion? Is it a simulation? Is it the afterlife? Like, what is it? Let's see this post-credit scene. Yeah, I wouldn't expect any of these questions to be answered. The epilogue can always be different. I suppose so. Maybe now that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 did start making like the beginnings of efforts to rope X into the mix, like story-wise, not just gameplay-wise. Like both 2 and 3 kind of roped X into the mix gameplay-wise. With that whole radio broadcast that confirmed Project Exodus in the Xenoblade 1, 2, 3 universe.
This damage isn't from our last
Clearly
battle.
they want to rope X in some way.
It's from earlier.
Everybody always assumed that like X was a separate canon, a whole separate story, because it doesn't make sense with Xenoblade 1, 2, 3.
Bad in there, doesn't it?
But clearly they want to rope this into the story. And Xenosaga into the story as well, presumably, since Cosmos seems to be coming to the planet afterwards. Xenosaga's getting roped in. They're trying to rope everything in, except for maybe Xenogears. They might not have the right to Xenogears, but, you know, of course they have the rights to this. And Xenosaga, it makes sense that they would have the rights to it because Nintendo and Bamco are like super buddy-buddy, so they'd probably be cool like that. So everything is getting roped in, and everyone's question is just how. And I mean, there's so many things that you do have to leave as is with this, considering it's like a remaster, like just an enhanced port of existing stuff. And there's so many affinity missions that leave a lot of things unanswered. Like, for example, Elma's second affinity mission. Spoilers with that, I guess. But you find out that, like, those that were piloting the Skell in, like, the opening cutscene of the game and helped save NLA when it was, like, on the escape from the Ganglion in the first place. The hero that was piloting that Skell was actually 2 people. It was 1 person plus Elma. It was some sort of tandem Skell, like a 2-person piloting thing. And you know, Elma is one, and you don't know who the other person is, and like Elma cuts you off or something. I don't remember, it's been years. But you never find out who the second person piloting that Skell was. And because that's an affinity mission that you can do at any point, I presume that would have to remain as an unanswered question in this version. Because what if you do the epilogue, and then you do that affinity mission, and she's trying to cover up like who the other pilot was? That wouldn't make sense if the epilogue revealed who the pilot was.
Understood.
So some questions I feel like this version is gonna stay like locked in to not being able to answer, like who the second pilot is. But maybe the epilogue will kind of lead into whatever the next thing they want to do is, kind of like they did with Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition, where it's like, hey, here's a new epilogue, which is honestly more of a trailer for what we have coming up next than anything.
Is there a problem with the database?
Maybe that's what this epilogue will be.
No. That's impossible.
Elma, report. Elma!
Secretary. I'll stick to the facts. The system, everyone's consciousnesses and memories, the entire database, has been destroyed for some time.
Destroyed? What do you mean?
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet moment. The video that they were looking at on the screen was a still image.
The entire chamber is flooded. It's trashed. The system is completely shut down. And not just recently. It's been this way since we got to Mira.
That's absurd. Then how are we... How in the world would anyone be?
I know. So then why would you be alive? It's not possible. Without the database, all your identities should be gone too. It's this planet. It's something about this planet.
And that's how the game ended 10 years ago. Like, what bullshit, you know? And then they just left this story untouched for like the past decade. And then Lao wakes up here. And some people theorize that Lao was waking up as like a human and not a mimiasome. Though you don't really know one way or another. Do his eyes change or something? I never really looked super far into that theory. And you don't know who's approaching him. You just know that he's called the Black Knight. And you can find him in like the art book and stuff like that. And he had like some planned roles that didn't make it to the full game.